it's so hard, these guys, and it all kind of depends on the coach that they land with. If the coach can create an offense that utilizes their skills. Nix is intriguing because he's such a great athlete. He can throw the ball. Can he throw it as well as some of these perennial Pro Bowlers? Probably not. But he's got some skills. McCarthy piques my interest because he was coached by Harbaugh, who is a phenomenal football coach, as we've seen, and he knows how to coach the fundamentals, and he knows how to coach what it takes to be a quarterback, like not always scrambling around and running by your tail and like making plays is the way it goes. That's handy. It's convenient when you need it, but you got to be able to go one, two, three, process and go through an offensive scheme and keep your cool. So he's intriguing, but man, watching, some highlights of Caleb Williams, the kid, he's got such a wicked strong arm and he's very athletic. I don't think we've seen quite his full athleticism yet, and I think, he's obviously going to be the first pick. But those guys, I just wish them well, that they get to the right situation. The pressures put on them are going to be tremendous. How they handle that is really going to be a lot of their teammates, their circle of friends and family and closest people that can keep them grounded, and then see what city they land in. They got to jibe and they got to get along with the head coach, the offensive coordinator, the quarterback coach, and even the players. These guys are, talked about so much. They've already been making millions in college. Now they're coming into the pros. You got to also acclimate and become one with your teammates. And so that's also a very, very important thing to be so big and so grand on this big scale and then go into the NFL. You got to remember, you're just a rookie. You still got to prove yourself at the next level. So don't come in there high and mighty. You got to come in there with that little bit of like, tone it down a little bit, come in and take your licks, learn, but become the leader you can be. And I just wish them all well. Hope they have great careers. It'd be fun to see them all, do really well.
You mentioned Harbaugh. You were big on Herbert coming in. Does he take him to the next level with the Chargers?
Yeah, I think so. I really see a lot of good things happening there. Harbaugh is a great coach, was a great quarterback himself. Not the most skilled, like skill set wise, but man, he was super smart, knew the game, knows how to coach it. I think also they added Mark Trestman to the mix down there, and Mark was very instrumental in my development at Arizona in '98. When he came in and we made it to the playoffs, and he taught me so much about the game. He comes from the West Coast and Bill Walsh pedigree. So you're going to get a lot of work on footwork and timing and going through progressions and all this stuff. So yeah, I see great things continuing for Herbert as he gets these kind of coaches to come in and build on what he has as his potential. I think he's maybe we haven't seen the best of him yet, but these young guns are fun to watch, man. There's a lot of great athlete quarterbacks in there now, whereas you could say Peyton's one of the greatest, but he wasn't that athletic guy. Tom Brady wasn't guys like Lamar Jackson and Allen and these guys making these crazy plays, and it's very, very entertaining, fun to watch. And I'm glad that the NFL has changed a little bit and allowed these great players to play.